Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals. Tight end Evan Ingram is a first-round draft choice. In his first couple years in the league, he had to battle through some injuries. But when healthy, he flashed amazing big playability and speed to burn. In fact, look for him to be utilized more as a wide receiver than as a tight end. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Time to look at the defensive starters for the New York Giants. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one. And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, number 1 versus number 1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play. Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down. And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one. Here's Thomas. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half. Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing, Cousins. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys. That you do, and we're talking about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action. Cousins. And Jeff Janis has it complete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And past the 30 down to about the 27. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 14 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
He's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass yards.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Prescott now from the 50. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Foster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Cameron Hayward, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Prescott down. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake. Cousins steps away to his left. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Prescott on 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We got to step it up.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape. as we look around the NFL here in week 9.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Finding Green complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now Cousins. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And some room to work. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cousins to throw it. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 3rd down, it's Warren. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, and caught by Henry. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable for Thomas. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Aaron Rodgers with 1 touchdown pass thus far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Warren, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And they're going to run the end around with Jackson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
They'll run with Lindsey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's Seth, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet him with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the draw, this is Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, Dorsett's got it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Here's Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Open man here is Foster. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll throw again. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Prescott yet again. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Giants,
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.